Alisha Ruiz is the headline cook at the Homegirl Cafe. She prepares all the delicious food that's available for breakfast and lunch, and she does so with a smile. Here's a look at her life at Homeboy.
I never had a job before. I never had to take any responsibility for anything. My name is Alisha Ruiz, and this is my life now. Homegirl Cafe, I'm a line cook. I cook the breakfast, I do the lunch, so I get here really early in the morning to get everything ready for breakfast. I was in rehab. I was 5 months into my treatment program, and I was looking for employment. I couldn't find a job. So coming here was like, man, it was my last chance. Like, I was really gonna just give up. I started off on the dishes, scrubbing dishes, pots and pans, just humbling myself. When my family members see me now, they're blown away. They can't believe it's me. They're proud of me, you know? I literally pulled myself from the bottom to the top. I'm a whole different person. I'm responsible. I pay bills. I got my driver's license. I'm free. I'm not in jail. I have control now. I have the ability to do whatever I want. And that's what Homeboy Industries does, you know? They give you everything that you need to better yourself and to move forward and to look forward to another day. It's a blessing. It's really like a blessing.
The awards. The awards we present this evening are very special and symbolic for Homeboy. These incredible art pieces are the creation of Juan Carlos Munoz, a homeboy who has become a well-regarded artist under the tutorage of the renowned bronze sculptor Robert Graham, who was a special friend and supporter of Homeboy. Contained within each award are words and prayers of thanks written by homeboys and homegirls. Now please join me in welcoming an incredible young woman that you just saw on the screen, Alisha Ruiz, who is here to present the Homegirl Hero Award.
It's an honor to be here tonight. My name is Alisha, and I now work at Homegirl Cafe. I grew up in the city of Almani. I lived with both of my parents, but they both had a bad habit. They both used. There was a lot of arguing and fighting in my home because of their addiction. My mom would lock herself in the room, and my dad would lock himself in the garage. At the age of 13, I started to look for attention in other places. I started using marijuana, and after that, crystal meth. I was attracted to the lifestyle, how people in the neighborhood lived, how they acted, how they talked, and everything else that you learn while you're hanging out in the streets. I found myself in juvenile hall at the age of 13. I was in and out from there on. Juvenile halls and camps were like my second home. I got pregnant at the age of 16 with fraternal twins. I gave birth at 7 months, so they were premature. One of my daughters passed away 8 hours later. My other one was in the NICU. She weighed 2 pounds 4 ounces. On that day I was able to first hold her, I was arrested. I spent the next year and a half in camp. I missed out on a lot of my daughter's life. I continued living in and out of juvenile hall and camps, and eventually I went to prison at the age of 18. When I was released, I was running the streets and living miserably, staying from place to place, sleeping in cars and motels. I was arrested for possession, and I was facing another 4 years. But what I needed more than being locked up again was a chance to get clean. The judge said, "This is your last chance. Let's see what you do with it." He sent me to rehab. It was so hard to finally feel all the mess that I've gotten myself into. I had to throw out my phone book, let go of all the people that I knew, and let go of where I came from. 5 months into my treatment, I decided to stay clean. Now that I was off the drugs, I knew I was tired of living like that. I could finally see clearly. I started looking for work. I had a 9th grade education and no job experience. I never had a job in my life. I had felonies. From the beginning, my self-esteem was very low to find employment anywhere. I went to a couple of interviews and they told me that they'll call me, but I knew that they wouldn't. Every time I came to that rehab, I would start to cry. Someone in that rehab gave me a card from Homeboy Industries and they told me to check it out. I sat in the lobby just waiting to talk to somebody. Finally, I was brought in to talk to Veronica. I explained to her what my situation was and where I wanted to go, and how I didn't really have anywhere to live. She says, well, I'll put you on the waiting list. I shook her hand, said thank you for your time. I gave her the number to the rehab where I was in and said I wouldn't be there after 30 days. I was getting released. She called me back that next day and left a message asking me to come in. Everybody in the rehab was excited for me because they knew that I was down in the dumps. They knew that I was on the verge of giving up. I came in and Veronica said, well, can you start tomorrow? I said, yes, I can start tomorrow. This was 3 years ago, and I've been working there ever since. I'm grateful to be free. I'm grateful that I don't have to wake up in a cell and have somebody tell me when I can go to breakfast or lunch or even when to go to sleep. I got off for parole and probation after 2 years. My judge was so proud of me, and everybody in the courtroom was like, we remember you. You were so skinny and you didn't have life in you. Now look at you, you're smiling. I'm proud to have gotten my daughter Elizabeth back. I met my husband Luis here at Homeboy Industries, and he pushed me to get my daughter back. I was so scared, I felt guilty for leaving her. But he said, she's your daughter and she needs you. I guess I needed that extra push to finally make the decision to go to court. Now we all live together away from our old neighborhoods and away from our past. Working at the cafe, the thing that makes my day better is when someone comes to me and says, that was really good, I'll be back. I think our homegirl hero tonight knows what that feels like. She also worked in the cafe, and she now takes orders at the Black Cat Bakery. She too knows what it is like to grow up in and out of incarceration and how difficult it can be to embrace change. I'm so pleased to introduce the 2011 Homegirl hero, Shayna Welcher.